Hey, welcome back to the Virgo channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to do a general message for Virgo. Know that energy is fluid, roles can be reversed. Always interpret the message as it best resonates. Also know on this channel, I like to dive deep within the readings. So I do look at everything, but we take time to look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, to see how they play out as karmic themes. This will give you an opportunity to understand why your person's doing what they're doing, why you're attracting what you're attracting, why the same karmic themes play out within your life, and what you can do to actually shape shift this situation because you are the alchemist of your life. Now, I do again tell you what's going to happen and what will happen, but like I said, you are the creator of your own life. So if you're listening to these readings, you'll be able to see what your blocks are and what you need to do to integrate. So the readings always have a therapy style to them because I will interject my opinion because sometimes in the cards won't say. Like I said, it's just a more ethical way of doing readings because, like I said, you're the alchemist and you pretty much already know when you're dealing with someone imbalanced. You don't need to hear that they're imbalanced. You already know. However, we like to understand what the imbalances are and how they're not really related to us, how they're more related to the other person, and that you're getting this person. This person came into your life. The universe decided to bring this person into your life to help you, to teach you, to grow you. Unfortunately, the grow a lot of times with karmics is painful. Now, again, we don't just do karmics because everybody has spiritual blocks. However, a lot of times what you'll see is karmics. All right, want to enter into winning a free reading with me? Got to be open to getting a shadow reading. Got to like the video, subscribe to the channel, write the word of the video in your comment bar. Again, that's the first word that's on the first card that I pull out, and it's the underlining energy that says why this person is doing what they're doing, what's influencing this person's behaviorisms at the root. Now, I also want to share with you guys two things. I don't even know if I can. Yep, the one thing which I should be wearing, but I'm not, is my otter spirit bracelets. Again, my grief bracelets, because it's so weird how grief just, you'll be fine, and then out of nowhere, you'll cry. The other night, I cried so bad about the loss of my husband that I got sick. Literally, I'm still like, my throat is burning, my mouth is dry. I just feel it was such a release. And then the next day I'm fine. It's just such a weird thing, grief. So I need to wear my bracelets because I need more grounding. I need to open up my heart, and I need to be able to see the future. Again, get that divine guidance. I mean, amethyst is really that. You're getting divine guidance, more claircognizance than it is clairvoyance. Though some people tend to use the stone for the third eye. It's really claircognizance, which is, I don't know how I know that, I just knew. And that's the language of the universe. It's the language of the divine. So I need to wear my bracelets. You too can get these bracelets or any type of bracelet. Like again, they come in threes. So I love the abundance ones. I have a thing for green lately, probably because it opens up your heart. So again, it calls to me, but the green ones are so pretty. Like they have so many really beautiful ones. And what's great about this company is it's called Otter for a reason. It's because they donate $1 for every bracelet that they sell, and they donate it to saving the otters, and now they are less extinct than they were before. So it's a great company. It's because the crystals, as you can see, are really good quality. The bracelet's really well made. They're not like too big. Sometimes like when they're cheap stones, the stones are like really like big. These are not. They don't get in the way. They don't pull on your arm hair. That's a big deal for me. Like, I don't even have that much arm hair, but every now and again, like I said, when the bracelets that they pull and it hurts. So again, they're a good bracelet, and you can get it for 20% off if you use my code. That's in the description box. And I also wanted to mention that time is running out to be on my wait list. I am announcing the big unveil of what I've been creating throughout my entire career is finally launching. So if you're someone that is suffering from the effects of trauma, and that would include relationship trauma, psychic trauma is again what majority of people deal with. Psychological trauma, emotional trauma. That energy is held in the body as stress, and it becomes your energy vibration. So if you want to learn how to integrate your spiritual blocks and transmute the wounds and figure out how through your soul's path and open up your psychic abilities, well, you want to sign up for my wait list because the big reveal is happening October 1st. And that link is in the description box as well. All right, those are the two announcements that I had to make. You know, you guys, all other important links are also in the description box. Now let's see what the underlying energy is. It is wisdom, knowledge. We've been kind of getting that one lately a lot. And so again, sometimes the energy stays the same, sometimes it changes, and it changes a little bit. But I'm feeling as if, again, you're attached to someone that knows who you are. They know that you're a soulmate. They also have that claircognizance, clairsentience. They're a highly sensitive person. So they're able to read you, and they're angry because they're normally able to read people, and they misjudged you. So they, again, acted like they didn't really care. And they expected you to run after them after they abandoned you. And what they see is that you don't care. You don't care. So now they're in a place of regret because they stayed stubborn for a really long time. So this person bounces back and forth between feeling guilty and having resentment. And it's because they have blocks around their relationships and you're challenging them. You're not making it easy. They expected that you would have the attachment to them. And I'm not saying that you don't, but you're hiding it, or they don't see that you do, not the way that they're suffering. And so they've become obsessed about thinking about you and obsessing over the fact that they know that you don't trust them anymore and that they avoided criticism from you when they knew actually what they did wrong. They didn't want to apologize because they wanted to avoid the criticism. So this is the energy. And now the person has the audacity to be jealous because, hey, you're not suffering the way that I thought that you were going to suffer. And if anything, you look good. You look good. Your life looks better without me being in it. So they're really mad. They wanted you to be disappointed. The only thing that you're disappointed in is them. So now, like I said, this person was sitting there waiting and holding back and really assumed that you were gonna like fight for this connection, which why would you? You weren't getting anything. You weren't getting anything. So now they're really in a place of it being impatient. Like they're like, hurry up. And it's really what it is. It's their own ego knowing that they betrayed you and that they haven't come back and apologized. So they're disgusted with themselves, but they're also disgusted with you because you're making them, you're holding them accountable, and then your life looks good. So if your life looks bad, then I wouldn't feel the need to even come back to you. But your life looks so good and you look so happy, and they're living a lie. They're creating illusions. So again, the more that they stay in this space that they're in, the more hostile that they become. And it's because they're insecure. Insecure because they don't know who they are. And here it is, you're having a great time, you're going out. I feel like you got to the point where you were like, I'm not getting anything. And I'm tired of being in this space. This person acted like they had all the time in the world to figure out what the hell that they wanted to do. And it's the truth of the matter is they have too much trauma around relationships. So it's like they're disassociated. They don't know what they feel. They just know when they tap in, they have a lot of anxiety. They have a lot of anxiety, so they don't know what they feel. And Problem is that this person has a lot of shadows because they are disassociated. Disassociated means there's a lot of trauma. This person doesn't remember aspects of the trauma. They definitely don't know how they contributed to that trauma or kept that cycle going. And then they've created masks, shadows, right? They wear masks. And one of those masks is pride, when really they feel powerless. The only power that they have is their pride, is their hostility, right? It's their emotions. And that's what's so funny about emotions. When a person gets mad and stuck in mad, it's because they don't want to accept. And this person does not want to accept that you are not the person who that they thought that you were. That because then that means that they have to look at themselves. And I believe that this person put themselves on a little bit of a pedestal. They tried to elevate themselves. They were coming through by their ego. So when you were with them, it's again, well, this person again is more like haunted. I feel like you always were a little bit like nervous to be with this person because they showed you a little bit of telltale signs. Like they weren't making you feel 100% like you knew that they liked you, that they were attracted to you, but the respect, you didn't feel that this person was putting in enough energy, enough time, and it wasn't growing, that they were keeping it like stagnant. They were keeping it without the emotion, without the emotional connection. So I believe that you've always been haunted by that because you tend to get people like that. So it's like, I'm going to be overly cautious, which is why this person couldn't get over on you. That's the irony. It's almost like you knew that this person was a test. You knew that this person was a karmic. And I'm not saying that you did, but you were like, I'm not dealing with another karmic. So I'm going in and I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to be very mindful over what I give and what I do. And this person loved the challenge for a while. But the problem is that they see that the challenge that used to excite them, used to fill them with passion, it's working. Now they have anxiety. And they have anxiety because their own intuition is coming through. Even though they're trying to block out their intuition and justify their narcissistic ways, this person is like, no, I know what I did wrong. And that is what's haunting them. They know what they did wrong. They're not, they need to come and talk to you. They need to step towards their fear, which would be you, and your rejection, which they feel like they're going to get because the past doesn't define them. They have an opportunity to fix it. But this person, how they feel about themselves is based on the experiences that they have. And we see how they interact with people. They use people. It's more about the chase. It's more about the manipulation. It's more about the game. And the thing is, this person didn't have game with you. And this is triggering this person because if anything, you look like you had game on them. So it's almost like you weren't having any game. You were just living your true self, your best self, trying to be your best self, where this person likes to stay in their low vibration. They had expectations. Again, you had expectations. So there's a little bit of mirroring energy here that we see. Because then we have to understand, why did you attract this person into your life? We haven't even looked at the inner child cards yet, and it's already coming out that spirit's like, they both have similar wounds. Like you had pain from past relationships, so you didn't heal it. You didn't integrate it fully. You didn't transmute that negative energy. You might have not dated for a little while and took yourself out of the game and hung out with friends and but you didn't heal it. You didn't integrate the spiritual lesson. So what we resist persists. It's again, you're still holding on to it. And that's the way it haunted. We bring our baggage into the next relationship because you're like, I didn't know what I did. If anything, I was a good person. So now I don't trust you. And I'm coming into this relationship a little bit on guard. But this person is haunted in the fact that you didn't show me what I thought you were going to show me. You didn't fall for it. So now I'm hooked because I've been playing the game for so long that I've been growing emotional feelings for you. I didn't realize that I was growing emotional feelings for you. And now you seem like you don't have any feelings for me. And it's kind of like you don't see them the same way, because when you first saw them, it was the connection, it was the excitement of the what it could be, the romance. It was that this person you thought was going to be someone special towards you. This person was special, all right, but not in a positive way. They were special towards helping your evolution. Because even though you learn the spiritual lesson, Spirit says you still have to go through it, where, like, life is the school. So you're getting the test before you get the lesson. You learn the lesson in the past relationship, but Spirit says, oh, you got to take the test again because you failed it. So you passed it. And that's why this person is eating their karma, because they're stuck with their emotions. That's why they're getting impatient, because they're like, I thought by now you would be back. I thought by now that things were going to be different. And what they see is none of that happened. And all that they fucking did was waste a whole lot of time. And that's why they have anxiety. And part of this too is like they do have feelings, but it's also a thing of dominance. It's a thing of control. And it's again, this person wanted you to be like dutiful to them. They can't stand the fact that you're being that way towards yourself. They expected you to like give to them, where this person held back from you. And I feel like, if anything, they tend to be dutiful towards people in their life to avoid life. Makes them feel good. It's the way that they can trick the ego, right? Hey, look at everything that I do for these people. So that makes me a good person. But then I can go and reward myself by, playing games with other people. I have feelings for you, but I'm going to undermine that. And I'm going to undermine the connection as well. And it's all about the game. That's why this person, that happened to this person. Because Spirit's like, it's not about the game. And it's like, and you keep playing the game, and now you're going to lose it. And so now, like I said, it's like they wanted you to have over the top emotional behavior, and where I feel like now they're acting out. Now it's, again, they're moody. They're coming across almost like as bipolar, because they're not getting their way. They have to come towards you to fix it. They're too prideful. They're in their ego. They have to surrender their ego. They don't really want to do that, because I was so sure who you were. And they lost their position, and they can't believe they lost their position because they betrayed you. They just can't fucking get over it. And that's why it's like this person's like a ticking time bomb, because they're obsessed. They keep ruminating. When we ruminate on a story over and over and over and over and over, and it creates so much emotional energy, because it's not being transmuted. Nothing's being done with that energy. This person's resisting it. So this is where they're at. What we want to see, are they going to do anything at all? Are they going to do anything at all? Because are they going to change? What we see is, again, that there's a battle going on inside of them, that they know who you are and they want the connection, but they want it on their terms. But they see that that's not happening, that you're not budging, that you're not coming back. So how is the strategy going to change? Because this is the new epiphany that this person has. It's like, oh, it has not working this way. It's like, let me try something different. The chemistry between us is off the charts. So again, what makes them stick around is that it's like, I know it would be so good. I know it would, and it's a spiritual connection. So again, and if it's a past life connection, there's a lot of passion. I mean, how else would this person find you like a million years later, right? It's, again, there's no time and space when we're talking unconditional love. We see the person as unconditional love. They want things their way. That's the issue. There is something I am hiding from you. I feel like this person hides a lot from you. They hide their identity, they hide their fears. I feel like they talk to other people. They always have someone on the back burner. I feel like sometimes they drink too much. I feel like they, again, do outside things to escape. I feel like they hide behind their material things. I feel like there's a lot that this person hides from you. And that's also another reason why they feel like I need to control the relationship. Because if you see anything, you're not going to like it because I don't like it. And I wouldn't want to be with someone like me. You know, my job is to be with you, and because of how great you are, things are happening. That's why this person's jealous. They're like seething because it's happening without them. You're going to leave them behind and they know it. Please don't give up on me. I told you. It's like they have anxiety. They're like, oh, I have to do something. I have to do something. The chemistry is off the chart. I know who you are. Again, because I tried to walk away from this. I tried to destroy it, but I still have feelings. I thought that you were going to get hooked. Now I'm hooked. Now I'm obsessed. But it's again, I'm hiding. I'm hiding everything. You don't even know who I am really. It's again, they're not saying that, but that's what it really comes down to when if you were to sit them down and say, hey, what do you like to do? What is this? Is this true? Is this true? Is this true about your life? You know, do you really go to those places or do you just take pictures of them? Are you really happy or what does your life look like? That like they would tell you if they were really being honest, I'm miserable and I'm not happy in my life. And I don't know how the fuck I got into this situation with you, but I feel like an asshole and I don't know how to fix it because I back myself up into a corner and I don't really know what to do, but it's giving me a lot of anxiety. It's making me feel very guilty. And I have to say, we've been getting storylines like this, but fragmented pieces of it. Well, now I feel like this is the whole shebang and shebang. Like it's gotten to this person where they're like, we're at the end of the fucking line. I'm running out of fucking time. It's like, why did I do this? Like, what do I have to do? But they're fighting themselves because they have anxiety and they know that they didn't do right by you. They could have fixed it every chance that they got. They blew it. And they're seeing you a lot better. So their little breadcrumbs that they were planning on coming in with, they know that they can't, that you would never accept it. So now they're like, maybe I don't even have enough. Maybe I'm not enough. I don't have enough. So, which is actually the core wound that they have. It's again, yes, we had to go through all that for this person to get to their ego, for their ego to be like, well, what is it? Oh, well, I don't have enough. But having enough, it doesn't really come from the material stuff that you have. It's in a relationship I'm talking about. If you love somebody and you have feelings for someone, you can give in other ways. You give through like cleaning the house, making a nice meal, cleaning that, like doing the yard work, there's other ways to express love. But it would require this person to form some sort of trust, intimacy. And that's again, they've done created so many lies and illusions because they don't trust. They don't trust themselves. And that's because whenever you live your life through your facade, you never get good results because the universe says, I know that what that is. That's a mask. That's not real. You're tricking me. But it's like you're not tricking me. I see what's on your heart. I don't see what you're showing me on the outside. I don't care what you're showing me on the outside. That's a really nice outfit that you're wearing. That's really beautiful jewelry you're wearing. But it's again, I'm looking at what goes on your heart. And that's what this person feels stuck. They don't like their life. And then somehow they're like blaming you for it because they're jealous. Like not really blaming you, but it's so weird. They have a lot of different, they're jealous. They're jealous because it is happening. Then they're excited. Then they're scared. You're gonna leave me behind. So they have so many different emotions, and that's because they're imbalanced, and that's because they're not coming from who they are. I'm done playing games. So eventually this person will stop playing games because it's again, I run away to avoid facing my problems. We knew that. That's what this person did. It's like, oh, I'm going to get criticism. Peace out. I'm not dealing with you. You'll cave. You didn't. You didn't. They thought that you were somebody else. And so again, what it is it's like what they'd say, I still have this connection. I wish you knew how grateful I am to have met you. So again, they're changing them. So on a spiritual level, you're changing them. I don't recommend getting back together with this person because I don't feel like they're healed enough. But we're going to pull for those of you that, again, it's a collective reading. Some of you guys will want to be with this person. Some of you guys won't. I always like to see, again, will you be with this person? Yes. It's again, if this person is like really coming back and is really humble to you, I feel like you will. It's like, I feel like that because this person doesn't normally come back to anybody. They don't display, and there is this connection. So you'll know that they're really sorry. You know, you're not getting the same version of this person is also. So that answers that. Now, will they will they be different? How will they be? I mean, because like I said, you could go back with them, but are you going to see more of the same shit? If I can guarantee you will, but then how would you deal with that to create balance, really? And this is stepping stones. Each small step brings me closer to overcoming my fears, taking it slow, taking it very slow. So the answer is yes, because I love them. However, I'm going to take it really, really slow, and I'm going to be the one that's in charge. I'm not going to listen to this person because this person doesn't have good relationships. They're wounded in that area, of life. They're not wounded everywhere. Relationships. Guardian angel. It's like almost like this is a spiritual connection. And being that it's a spiritual connection and you've learned the spiritual lesson and you're going to take it very slow, that you're actually protected. This person can't hurt you because when the divine is involved, just like how this person wasn't treating you right and your higher self told you, I'm not sticking around for this. You think that I'm going to act that way, I'm not going to act this way. Well, you got away from them. That's why they don't want to experience that again. Number one, they're never going to want to experience that because they know you don't need them. So that alone makes you different from everybody else. And what's unconditional love? No ownership, no expectation. I don't have expectation. I don't need you. That's why I don't have expectation. And that takes the pressure off this person. That's number one. Number two, it's like it's a spiritual connection. They feel as if you're their guardian angel. They're not going to treat you like other people. Does that mean that they don't get triggered? No, they will get triggered because again, this is not we don't heal. You have to heal yourself. You know, like you can't heal this person. However, by you holding the standard, taking it small and directing the relationship and having the divine involved, this person will actually be able to heal. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to heal. I'm sorry, guys. I keep pulling, but it's a leap of faith. It's like you guys are going to be with this person because you're like, I have feelings, so I'm not going to cut my nose off to spite my face. It's like, I know I would regret it. So Spirit leads us off with one more message. Now, if you don't take this back, then this is not your story. And for some of you, guess what? You might be like where you are right now, being like, I don't know what I'm going to do because they still piss me off. But once you see this person and they explain, and if it's a real connection, well, you still have the upper hand. Everything turns to light. I work to improve myself, embrace all the life that brings to me and transform darkness into light. I allow myself to grow and become stronger. And Spirit says, you've seen yourself in a bad relationship. That's why you came into this relationship strong. But what happens when you can't run away from, or you can't just leave because you're dealing with an in-law, a mother, like a mother, a sister, a brother? Do you just end that friendship? Because Spirit says that would be an imbalance, even though some people deserve it. You'll be like, they deserve it. Spirit says, rise higher. Meaning, when you improve yourself and become the best version of yourself, you look at the people that are wounded and you see that they're just that, wounded. You didn't do anything to me. Your life was fucked up way before me. You created all that craziness, and I'm actually glad if I can be the person that helps you out of that. The intimacy bond on that of trust, this person needs to see they've created so much bad because they learned that they couldn't trust their environment at a young age. Really, that's what Spirit's saying. That's why that happened. So Spirit says everything turns to light. Everything turns to light. Embrace all that life brings to you. Transform the darkness, like I said, into light. So that's why you get this person, because Spirit says you need to see a different version of yourself. It's not about running from the person or staying angry at a person or trying to make that person change by talking to them and again finagling. It's not going to work. Spirit says you know how to handle it. When there's love, unconditional love, it lasts. People come back. Everything turns to light because what's real is what's real. And what is only real is unconditional love. The anger and the mad and the resentment, none of that's real. It's based on an emotion because of a trigger. And so Spirit's saying, you had to go because you're strong. I need you to see how strong you are. It's not to run away and it's not to fight. It's to rise above to the highest state of consciousness, which is I love myself, but I can also extend love to you. However, I'm the one that's in control, and Spirit says that you get to see yourself as a leader, as powerful as, and this person can see it too. They've never been in a relationship where they could be vulnerable. These are the teachings of God, of the higher self, saying that you need to know what unconditional love is. And you know what? I forgot. I'm not going to pull 6, but I'm going to pull 3. What your inner child wounds are. Why did you attract this person? What do you need to learn? Because you're like, great, that person needs to learn. Well, Spirit says, no, you needed to see yourself stronger and how you deal with difficult people and not run away from them. And you wouldn't have done that unless there was a connection. But like, fuck that, this person's an asshole. And Spirit says, well, now they're still an asshole, but you have feelings for that asshole. So you're going to be more than willing to find your happy medium, find your balance. One card out, optimism. Spirit says, I'm using your gift. You're an optimistic person. You believe in faith. You're a spiritual person. You believe that anything can happen. You have a very strong faith. And that's why you're going to take that leap of faith, security and safety, where you didn't feel safe and this person didn't make you feel safe, right? Emotionally safe. They weren't letting you in. Safety is that where Spirit says you create your own safety. Again, you can't do it. It's not about your environment. It's not about your home that you live in or the car that you drive or the job that you have. It's about what's inside the kingdom of heavens inside of you. If you can imagine it, you can create it. We're all David going up against Goliath. The universe says, please don't do my job, do your job, be like childlike. And I feel like you were able to detach, and that's what this person loves about you. They see you're having a good time. You're having a good time. You're not affected by me. And you're like, no, because I know how to fill my own cup up. Thank you. It's like you learn that. I am my own safety and security. I had to reparent that. That's what you say. And I found my gifts. And my gifts is that I'm connected to source. That I leave it all in the hands of the universe. Again, I have faith. That's a gift. I don't feel the need to control. I don't feel the need. I am safe. I am safe even though I might have went through trauma because I didn't feel safe and secure. And I'd be emotionally vulnerable too, where this person that you're connected to also grew up that way. However, they're wounded psychologically and emotionally due to it because they never found themselves where spirit says, no, you've always been optimistic and hey, I'm just gonna try it. Fuck it, what can happen? I'm gonna go out there, and that's the difference. And that through the passion and through the love, you find balance. I'm gonna leave that there, Virgo. You let me know how you resonated with this one. I'm sure that this one is really long. All right, bye.